Yeah, this will be awesome. So what's fun is there's a bit of a backstory to this run because he played it last year at Stunfest.
That's correct.
So this is his revenge run on this game.
Oh yeah, I think he game over that one time, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very easy to do in this game, but it's for scoring. It's like a really, really brutal game. You can barely make like any mistakes at all. But yeah, the system and how it works, that you have like it's like a sort of hyper system. I think it's, and how you fill it is also a bit similar to how you do it in like Diojo. So hyper management is like very important.
Yeah,
like
and
the hypergog management in Diojo is it's pretty similar in this game actually.
That's cool.
So it's like very strict.
And I remember from Stunfest that the scoring and survival of this game look very different from each other. Isn't that right?
Yes, it's very, very, very correct. Yeah. Because survival, you basically don't use the hypers at all, or the bombs. Those play like a very big important role in the scoring.
I think it's cool to get some Touhou games in here as well, you know. Yeah, I need to mention that he just played in didn't he just play in the Touhou World Cup?
Yes.
Yes, I don't know if it was this game, but I know he was in there.
Yeah, he did the same thing, yeah.
It's awesome.
Got a pretty good run in that as well. He actually PP'd like right before the slam started.
Oh, nice.
That's pretty cool.
That's always a good feeling.
Like 3.4 billion. You see it on top right there.
Oh yeah, nice. Is that the world record or is someone ahead of him?
Don't think it's the world record, but it's pretty up there.
Right, yeah. Ooh, this is cool.
But yeah, he has to be very aggressive here with getting the spirits. Have to be like point blanking and speed killing a lot to get enough gauge for the hypers.
So we
Trance,
just got
called.
confirmation from the chat. The world record is 3.6, so he's not far off. It doesn't look like 3.4. It's not far
pretty
off
up there,
at all.
yeah. Yeah, the spirits, they increase your hyper meter, the trance meter. And you get more if you speed kill enemies and chain as well. So if you chain enemies, they start dropping these grey spirits, and those will give you more of the hyper gauge, also more points.
It sounds like a very momentum-based scoring system then, where it
Yeah,
just
for sure.
builds and builds and builds on itself.
It's very route heavy, yeah. And if you go off route, then you're in big trouble. It's very hard to recover.
So what's the
Very,
rank like in this game?
I don't think this game has rank.
Oh,
actually.
nice. Don't need to worry about it then.
No, it's very bombs and then hypers. If you point blank a boss on enemy, they start dropping more spirits. And that's how you fill the meter like very quickly. Also gain a lot of score.
Yeah, and just for people who might not be as familiar, this is lunatic difficulty, so this is full on the hardest mode of the game.
No, all the difficulty, yeah. Here he starts to point blank a lot to get the spirits. You know, to build up the hyper meter for the next spot. And he got it.
It looks like, is he abusing a lot of invulnerability, or is he just really precise with his placement there?
During the hyper, the trance, you're completely invulnerable.
Nice. Oh, wow. Man. So, just for people less familiar with the Touhou series, where is this release? Is this, what order, how long ago did this game come out?
This is the 13th game in the series. Came out in 2011, yeah.
Oh, okay. So kind of not too long ago, but not recent either. Kind of right in the middle.
It's newish, yeah.
Yeah. I think the character sprite looks solid. The witch girl.
Yeah, it's basically the same sprites used in like 10 different games now.
They just let it rock.
Yeah.
I never play the witch character, so I almost never see her sprite.
Don't fix what isn't broken, I guess. This is intentional suicide here. If you get hit, the hyper automatically starts. And you can abuse that in some parts.
Interesting. So does the suicide, is it manipulating the hyper? Is that why he's going for the suicides?
Yeah, if you get hit, the hyper starts automatically. And normally you can only activate the hyper when all the 3 gorgs are filled in the bottom left.
Oh, okay, so that makes sense. So
if you get hit, you can activate it sooner.
That's interesting. Is there any sort of punishment as far as scoring for getting hit or anything?
Not really, no. Not that I know, actually.
What's the timer right there when he's sitting on top of him and there's that timer? What is that indicating? How long the hyper's going to last?
Which one?
I'll show you next time it comes around.
The very top of the screen?
No, it's sometimes when he's hypering him, there's like a little timer that appears.
I have to watch. I'll have to watch for that. Probably how long it lasts, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, this route includes like a lot of suicides, a lot of bomb usage, which means you don't have a lot left for like survival.
Right. Yeah.
Because you're using them all up basically, which makes it like really scary for like marathon safety.
Absolutely. So it expects you to use your resources to score basically. You can't sit on top of them for safety
nope,
or anything.
Nope. He's going to leave some spirits here intentionally in order to like quickly fill up again the next one.
Yeah, that timer's for the hyper. It must be.
Yeah, people when you first see this game, they think like what is this game? You're just in iframes all the time.
Yeah.
Like what is this?
I could see people thinking that.
Yeah, but to actually get those hypers and stuff, it's like you have to do a really tricky routing and really tricky optimization. So it's a lot harder than it looks, for sure.
Right. It's kind of like in DOJ and Juju's run in stage 1, where it just looks like you can just fly up and hyper that mid-boss thing in stage 1, but it actually takes quite a bit of routing to get that hyper in time to do it.
Exactly, yeah. Same thing, yeah. You just barely beat that before the hyper ran out.
He's really point blank in this boss here. Is that kind of just the best way to go about most of the bosses, is just point blank them as much as possible?
Yeah, it's one of the ways to get the most score, is just point blanking bosses. Because you get all those pairs. If you hear that sound, that the beep beep beep,
yep,
that's point items. And
oh
closer you are
wow,
to the
so
boss,
he's just speed collecting them.
Yeah. Yeah, he's getting a lot of them if you're close. So you want to do that as much as possible. A little bit of grazing there.
Yeah, so for people less familiar with Touhou games, Touhou has a mechanic called grazing, where if you place your character sprite near bullets within a certain radius, you'll gain a little bit of meter and stuff that you can usually use for hypers and different types of things. And this one, I'm assuming it's for hypers, right?
And this game, it only gives you like a tiny bit of point item value.
Oh, really?
There's nothing to do with the hypers now. You see like the blue icon on the
Yes.
far right?
Yes.
It's like 116,000. That's the current point item value. And that goes up if you collect spirits and if you graze.
And how does that work into your scoring?
Basically,
item value.
every item you pick up is that value, basically.
Oh, okay.
So you want to increase it to get more from value from the items. In this game, I don't think grazing is very important.
Right. It's interesting.
It's like
how
the spirits give
very
you like way
game to
more.
game.
And one interesting thing to note is that when you're in a hyper, the spirits give you like plus 100 point items. Well, out of hyper they're just worth 10. So they're like 10 times worth
Wow.
more. So you want to hyper a lot.
These little items, are those scoring items as well?
Those are the spirits, yeah. They change appearance when in hyper.
It's looking good so far. It hasn't seemed like he's made any kind of had any error issues or errors or anything like that.
It looks like he's well on his way, on his road.
Yeah.
And yeah, the gray spirits give point item value as well, yeah.
So I'm looking at his total score right now at 276. Is this a game where the later stages are going to really deliver a lot of score? Because, you know, a 3.4 Bill is like, you know, he's quite a ways off of that right now.
Stage 6 will be a major cash-in point.
Okay.
Cash-in point. This attack here, it's recently spirits. You can destroy those for extra items, extra spirits.
Oh, nice.
You want to do that as much as possible. And it's pretty scary because you have to be like really close up to them.
There he goes.
If you like miss spirits there, you might be behind on your route. That's also really scary.
So what happens if he does fall behind on his route? Like, what kind of situation is that going to put him in?
He might not have like enough for a hyper, so he can't hyper the boss.
Oh, then he's got to just dodge it.
Yeah.
Oh,
and then I also have to like figure out how you get back on route, which is another complicated thing. Because this entire thing is like very carefully routed.
Right, yeah. I can understand that. Even in Dan 3, it's kind of like that, where if you get off your hyper route, it just turns into a nightmare.
Yeah. And something I haven't mentioned yet, but there are also the purple and grey spirits. The purple ones give you life pieces for extra lives. You can see that in the top right, 10 out of 12. That's how many you need for an extra life.
Yep.
The green ones are for the bombs. While you're in hyper, those give twice the amount of what they normally give.
Really? So
that's
if
also,
you gain more bombs and more life while you're in hyper?
Yes, if you pick them up while you're in hyper, yeah.
That's interesting. So what are the uses of the bombs as far as scoring? Do they have any sort of usage in scoring?
It's mostly to point blank the bosses.
Okay.
Get spirits, and also just to destroy like many enemies at once, like right here.
Right.
Another suicide.
Get that hyper. That's interesting, where the animation for using a hyper doesn't just increase the bullets, but it has like the background change and everything.
Yeah, the music changes as well, which is pretty neat.
I didn't notice that. Oh, these patterns are always scary. Where the bullets start to just move in these bizarre arcs and speeds.
Yeah, it's pretty funky. I think you missed one of the purple items there, actually, while in hyper. So it might be behind in one piece now.
You can hear all the items he's getting there.
Yeah, it's pretty satisfying sound.
Yeah, it is.
And you point blanking a boss.
He's in hyper again.
Getting all those spirits.
Was that intentional?
I think so, yeah.
Looking really solid so far. That's a cool laser animation.
Yeah, it's pretty iconic for Touhou. The Master Spark. You can see the purple spirit here. These fairies drop
So
those.
those are going to help him gain more life. So what's the idea behind dodging these bullets here? Are they on a fixed route? Those like swirling ones there?
I think they're somewhat static. If you mean like the pattern itself.
Yes.
Yeah, you can just learn how it works. It's not too difficult to dodge. Alright, this boss is pretty special because there are two of them, as you can see.
Yes.
One of the main boss and the other is sort of a helper boss with a lot less health. If you kill the helper boss, then she stops moving like there.
Oh.
You can get like extra spirits. You can get like extra spirits from destroying the helper.
So is she out of commission right now? Is
Yeah.
Like in that weird
Now she's back.
animation?
She's back. Don't worry.
Okay.
And yeah, it's the stage 3 boss. She comes back here.
Oh yeah, the reoccurring boss thing.
During this pattern, I think the helper gets revived. Oh, no, that's the next one. Never mind. Yeah, you can hyper the helper for a lot of extra stuff.
Nice.
It also helps for survival because this pattern is somewhat scary.
Yeah, you could see how even after his hyper ended, he was just right there having to dodge a few lingering bullets.
Yeah, there were quite a few bullets there. Alright, the helper here actually moves towards you, which makes this pattern hard. So you have to move around a bit.
Right. He tracked you around.
That was pretty scary.
He's playing so well right now.
Ooh, that's...
Look
that
at
looks
the
scary.
helper again. Does the helper ever truly die, or does she just keep coming back from phase to phase?
Oh, she's technically undead, so...
Yes, right?
Zombie. Ooh. I think there was a mistake there. Yeah, he accidentally ran into the boss, I think.
Yeah. So he's at 800 mil now.
He has no lives now.
Oh man.
That's pretty scary. He needs 10 pieces to get an extra life.
Okay, so is this pretty usual, like you said, because you always are typically running low in this game, or is he in kind of a tough situation right now?
It's a pretty tough situation right now, I think.
He's got one more. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, the
Two more.
life pieces are pretty rare in this game.
Are there any scoring extents?
Nope.
Oh wow.
Like
Yeah,
in
now
terms
you
of like
can see why the scoring in this game is so hard, like the scoring survival is so hard.
yeah, he made like 2 mistakes and he's in this dire situation. Just 2 single mistakes.
Halfway to an extent. So if he hypers correctly, right, he can double his purple gain, like you said, right?
Yeah. It's times 2, yeah.
Okay, he's close now.
Should be a couple of ones coming up.
Those enemies don't seem to give him, do they?
No, it's rare, I tell you, man.
Is
You
there...
don't, like in terms of Touhou games, this game doesn't give a whole lot of resources. I think at max you get like 8 something lives. While in other games you get like 20.
Wow. So we could see why he had so much trouble at stun fest as well.
Yeah.
So, in survival, why is survival easier to survive? Just because you can stockpile your resources instead of having to spend them? Is that kind of the reason?
Basically, yeah, basically. You get far more mistakes than in the scoring one.
Right. One more piece. Just bombing it out.
So if he has less resources now, he can do less scoring. So you have to do maybe some survival stuff to get back on track. Oh yeah, this boat here, this boss spawns a boat.
Nice.
It's a special boat because it gets like twice as much spirits, I think, on top of the boss. So it gets like a very, very big cash in point.
Yeah, no kidding. Look at his score. It's already just climbing. Oh, that scared me.
Bit lag.
That lag was... I thought it was a death lag for a second.
That's the final pattern.
Okay, he got it, right?
Yeah.
Nice.
That's the boat again. It's a bit away from a hyper, but it should be getting it, I think. Yeah. Yeah, I got it. Just look at the score right now.
Yeah, no kidding. So, like you were saying, this is where a lot of these points start coming from, is just these last stages.
Yeah. And like he started the game with point item value for 100,000, it's now 365. So that is also a pretty big difference.
Does it ever... What causes it to drop, or does it ever drop?
I don't think it drops in this game.
Okay. So you just survive and it works for you. Just don't die.
Okay, this is the big cash-in point of the game. You see these trains of fairies that have like spirits after them. You want to destroy the spirits without destroying the fairy first. Because if you destroy the fairy, then all the spirits also go away.
Oh,
you
yeah,
don't get the items from them. So you have to like balance that a lot here. It's pretty tricky. Make sure you don't kill the fairies.
As long as... How many resources does he typically have coming into stage 5? Does he typically have 1 life or 2 or...
I think like 1 or 2 lives.
Right.
Like this stage has so many spirits. Look here. Just look at how many there are here.
Yeah, he's already up to 2 billion now, basically.
Big cash in.
Broke 2 bill. How many more of these waves of fairies are there?
I think this is the last one coming up. That's pretty scary to watch there. I see like a lot of items there, a lot of purple items.
Yeah.
You get them all in the hyper. You actually want to skip the cutscene there quickly so that the spirits don't disappear.
That's funny. He's almost got another life extend too, he's close.
Yeah, on a good scoring one, you can basically like hyper and bomb the entirety of this final boss. It's pretty funny.
Wow. Is that what you kind of save your bombs up for mostly?
Yeah.
The final. Okay, so far so good. How is his score looking, pace-wise? Is it looking on pace for his PB or?
It's probably a little below his low pace, I think, because he had a couple of mistakes before. It should still be pretty high.
Let me take a look at what the scoring goal is here. I lost track of it.
It should at least be 3 billion.
Yeah, 3 billion.
Should be on pace for that, I think.
Yeah, looking good. Imagine someone who did not have any context for this game just walks in and watches it like, what is going on here?
Yeah. Why is he in iframes all the time? I love the spell card histories of this game for score runners. It's like 0-0 out of 99 plus. Because of how the scoring works in this game, you never want to capture any spell cards.
Oh,
So it's-
right. It's close to 3 bill now.
Okay, final pattern here. But there's a trick with this final pattern. If you die, you drop these grey spirits, right?
Yeah.
But during this final spell, there's a slowdown when it's blowing up. You want to time your suicide during the slowdown of those when it blows up. And then it drops way more grey spirits than what it normally would drop.
Oh, nice. You think he's gonna do it?
I'm not maybe. I think.
Look at it. 2999. Okay, the clear bonus put him right over.
Nice.
Thank you, clear bonus. That's awesome, man.
That was his last life.
Nicely
That was
played.
his last life, by the way.
What's that?
That was his last life, by the way.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Oh man. So he made it though. He did it. Pulled it
He
through.
did it, yeah.
Squeaked over 3 bill. Got his
Yeah,
revenge on this game.
He only had like one bomb left and nothing else.
Nicely played, man. Oh, I always love to see when players are able to recover. I think that's the sign of a really solid player, you know.
Being able to recover, yeah, it's very cool.
Well, awesome. Okay, so let's see what's up
Ah,
next.
He got his revenge.
He did
Cleared.
get his revenge. He can, lost my joke, but anyway. Stunfest, yeah, you know, he got his revenge on Stunfest. He doesn't have to always wonder if he'd get it or not.
Yeah,
So-
very nice job. Very nice job.
Great playing. I think that was a fun game to watch too. It was really unique. I'd never quite seen a shmup quite that hyper heavy before.
Yeah, all the Touhou games have like pretty wacky systems. It's pretty
Wow.
fun to watch.
So up next we got the duel between Gus and SMC.
It's gonna be very, very hype.
Yes, it will. Absolutely. Well, awesome. Great job, Maribel. Thanks for joining in, too. It's cool to have a Touhou player in the event.
Yeah, some Touhou representation.
Yep, definitely. Now they'll put shmups in a Touhou World Cup, I'm sure of it. Makes sense,
Maybe.
right? It makes sense, right? Okay, well, awesome. So up next, we're going to switch over to Gus and SMC.